Hi, I'm George Woodbury from College of the Sequoias in Visalia, California, and in this video we're going to kind of go backwards from where we just were. We're going to start with the zeros and try to figure out what the function was rather than starting with the function and finding the zeros. In this case, I'm looking for a third degree polynomial, so x cubed, that has real coefficients and has zeros of 2, 5, and -4, and we know that the f of 3, when we evaluate the function of 3, we get a result of 10. Since 2 is a 0, that means that x minus 2 is a factor. Because 5 is a 0, that means that x minus 5 is a factor. And because -4 is a 0, that means that x minus -4 or x plus 4 is a factor. So our function, f of x, will be of this form. Some number a, which we'll find in a minute, times x minus 2 times x minus 5 times x plus 4. Now we use the information, the extra information, to find a. We know that f of 3 equals 10. So if we plug in 3 for x, that function needs to be equal to 10. That will help us determine the value of a. So that's going to be a times 3 minus 2 times 3 minus 5 times 3 plus 4. And let's simplify this a little bit. 3 minus 2 is 1, 3 minus 5 is -2, and 3 plus 4 is 7. So if we multiply those together, 1 times -2 times 7, that equals -14. So this function equals -14a. But we were also told that when we substituted 3, it should equal 10. So -14a is equal to 10. And if we divide over by -14 and simplify the remaining fraction, we get a equals -5/7. So our function, f of x, is -5/7 times x minus 2 times x minus 5 times x plus 4. Now, you could expand that, multiply that out if you want to, but this is good enough. This is the function. It shows the three zeros, 2, 5, and -4. It shows the coefficient for a, and that's the function that satisfies it all. Let's try one more. Looking for a third degree polynomial again that has real coefficients. It says that -3 is a 0 of multiplicity 2. That means that -3 is actually a root 2 different times. And that means that x plus 3 is a factor twice. X plus 3 times x plus 3. We know that 8 equals a 0, so x minus 8 is a factor. So we're going to start the same way. F of x equals a times x plus 3 squared times x minus 8. We're told that f of 1 equals -6, so let's take a look at what f of 1 equals. F of 1 equals a times 1 plus 3 squared times 1 minus 8. That's going to be a times 4 squared times -7. 4 squared is 16. 16 times -7 is -112. So this equals -112a. We were also told that f of 1 was equal to -6. So these two expressions have to be equal to each other. -112a equals -6. Divide by -112. A negative divided by a negative is positive. 6 and 112 are both even, so I know I can divide each of these by 2. And we end up with a equals 3 over 56. There are no common factors for 3 and 56, so we've come up with our function. Let me write it here. F of x equals 3 over 56 for a times x plus 3 quantity squared times x minus 8. There's the function that has those zeros, along with the fact that f of 1 is equal to -6. All right, in the next video, we're going to talk about the conjugate zeros theorem.